Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Monday, March 20th, 2023. Lance Brock here to start off the week talking some pro wrestling this morning. Last night, WWE Superstar Sunday on A&E. First, we kicked things off with biography, WWE Legends, Jerry the King Lawler, which was very good, I thought. But like I said yesterday on GMWF, that it could have been 2 hours. Definitely. I don't know why they decided to only make it 1 hour. I thought they could have gotten into more of his career, maybe stretched it out a little more, and done a 2-hour episode like the biographies usually are. Of course, they started off when he was a young kid, and then when he first got into wrestling in Memphis by sending pictures that he drew to legendary commentator Lance Russell, and they played an older interview with Lance Russell talking about it, and talked about Jackie Fargo, of course, and obviously, they would talk about the whole thing with Andy Kaufman and him sending him to the hospital, and then when they appeared on David Letterman, and then when he went to WWF, and him and Vince McMahon together when he replaced Macho Man Randy Savage on commentary, and then of course him and Jim Ross. And they talked about the heart attack in Montreal, but I still think there was more that they could have kind of got into, and like I said, it could have been a 2-hour episode. I think it would have been a little better if it was a little longer, actually. And then the next episode of biography, Paige, which I thought was also a pretty good one. Of course, discussed her growing up in the Knight family and WAW, and then when she was signed and went to NXT, and then debuted on the main roster, defeating AJ Lee for the Divas Championship at the time, and talked about the leaked videos and things like that, and her injury, which at the time she believed ended her career. Like I said yesterday morning on GMWF, there was no mention of AEW at all. Not surprised, because I wasn't expecting it. But still, now I agree, Paige's probably was best for an hour, I would say. It was pretty good, I think. 2 hours might have dragged a little bit, so I would say 2 hours for Paige was good. And right after the 2 episodes of biography, WWE Rivals, last night was Lita and Trish Stratus. Pretty good episode, I thought. I wouldn't say real great or anything. Most of the stuff has been seen before. There was some new interviews with Lita and Trish, though, but still a very good episode. I recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it yet. Also, the 2 episodes of Biography WWE Legends are pretty good. I'm not sure just yet who's going to be on next week's episode, and I would think, I don't know this for sure, but I would think in 2 weeks that since that Sunday will be night 2 of WrestleMania, that maybe they just show a couple reruns and not go head-to-head with Mania, or at least I think that would be the smart thing to do anyway. But like I said, I don't know for sure though. And tonight we have WWE Monday Night Raw on USA, which will be live from St. Louis, Missouri, and will feature the return to Raw of the undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of, maybe we'll see another face-to-face confrontation between him and Cody Rhodes, only about 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. Also on Raw tonight, Logan Paul will present a live episode of, I'm guessing this is his podcast, I think, Impulsive TV, and I think that's his podcast. Definitely not the biggest Logan Paul fan in the world. Yeah, I only know him from him being on WWE. And Montez Ford will take on the United States champion Austin Theory, and this is a non-title match. If you remember what happened last week on Raw backstage with Theory and the Street Profits. And we're supposed to get an update on Bobby Lashley. The match that was originally supposed to take place between Lashley and Bray Wyatt had not been mentioned lately. And last night I was listening to Sunday night's main event, Mike McGuire talking to Dave Meltzer from the Wrestling Observer. He said that Bray Wyatt is heel and not leaving WWE, which I don't know why people would think that. I would say that's too soon to think that he was actually gone from the company, but he is definitely still with WWE, but ill, and right now not sure if that match will be taking place at WrestleMania or not. And speaking of WrestleMania, Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio, that match has not yet been officially made. And Dave Meltzer was saying something they could do it last minute at the Hall of Fame ceremony, do an angle where the match is finally booked. But I don't really like that idea of this match happening like last minute. I would think that they would want this announced in advance to let it build father versus son, especially the stipulation I thought of, put mask versus hair and have either Ray lose his mask or have Dominic have his head shaved. But this could just be the first match, and then maybe SummerSlam in Detroit August 5th they could have another match and then make that one mask versus hair. Who knows? So that's all for this episode of 360 Wrestling. Long podcast. 360 Good Morning Wrestling fans. Hope everyone enjoyed listening. Thank you for listening right here on Spreaker. And hope everyone has a great Monday. Hope everyone enjoys Monday Night Raw tonight. Stay tuned. Hopefully more 360 Wrestling Fanatic coming soon. And tomorrow, Tuesday, episode of GMWF. Until then, keep watching pro wrestling, everyone.